There's some, you know, like comedian Paul Smith,
Yeah.
Scouse guy, right?
You don't, mate. he's got that. There's been a running joke. It's like in his clips. It's like, what do you do? I'm a teacher. You're a pedo, mate.
Oh, aye. Well, him for example, right? And no hate on him. I just think, for me, it's no the kind of. I just don't think it's good comedy. I mean, he's making people laugh, but I don't find it particularly interesting because I'm not saying he's not got a skill there and interacting with audiences.
Yeah.
But for me, stand-up comedy should be about jokes and, well, let's be honest, I've actually not went to see him live, so maybe I'm just judging it from his online
persona, right?
Aye, but I think it's a bit, it is like you said, it can be a bit like, oh, you're a pedo, mate. And it's like, where is the joke? Where's a written joke?
I mean, I had to learn as well, you know, it's very easy to use objective terms for subjective experience type thing. Mm-hmm. And I agree with you, like, it's not the kind of comedy I would seek out.
Yeah.
I've got no ill will towards the guy, but you're not going to be...
It doesn't mean it's no comedy, I agree.
I'm not going to be binging his specials one after the other, but man's doing his thing, people are laughing, so it's definitely someone's comedy.
That's true. That's very true, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I had to learn as well, because we talked about this a bit earlier, perfectionism and all that. And I very much had that mentality of, fucking, there's a right way and a wrong way.
Yeah.
And I guess to some things there is, but like to comedy, I'm like, well, if they're fucking laughing.
Yeah. That's true. I think, yeah, you're right. I agree with you. But I think there is an element where I do feel like something can be quite surface level, and I know you're going to get that in every industry.
Yeah.
I kind of just certain art that just doesn't dig at all. It's just like
it just talks
low hanging fruit is what I'm trying to get.
The most obvious things you'd think of.
Yeah, and and it's like why is some art considered better than other art? It's probably because people.
But then you ask the question:
the art should have more depth to it because humans have depth to them, and we're not just one fucking dimension. You know what I mean? That's why I think art that has more depth to it is more interesting because it actually shows humans for what they are. I think interesting, in depth,
complicated,
messy. Yeah. So that's what I mean. So if stuff is just, even if it's music, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a song that's 3 chords, but where's like it's got to evoke an emotion in me. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Whether if it could be a shite, cheesy pop tune, but if it evokes an emotion in me, then I'm like, well, that's good.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. So, but I agree with you, and I experienced that as well. I had to reframe it for myself because I was like, well, I didn't pick my taste, they didn't pick theirs.
Yeah.
It's evoking emotion out of them.
Yeah.
The emotion it's evoking out of me is I need to fucking stop watching this.
No, true, man. I definitely agree with you. I found myself ranting less and less about, like, I suppose my recovery's helped with that because
what you're trying to say is that's what's wrong with this country, is right?
Well, no, it is. No, mate, genuinely, you're right. Like, the thing is that a lot of our humour, especially in the UK, comes from bitchiness and not even just the UK. I mean, we grew up in South Park. I mean, South Park's just the fucking epitome of slagging. Do you know what I mean? So there is that element to comedy where you're slagging people.
Yeah. And most of the time it's playful slagging. Every now and again it's fucking pointed slagging.
But if you look at Frankie Boyle, I always liked because he would do stuff that was quite harsh, but it was also just like doing something that's that harsh, but it's so well written that you can't laugh at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I always loved, and I've always tried to keep that in mind when I'm doing comedy. It's like, this can be harsh and offend some people, but see if you can offend them, but also still make them laugh. Like, I can't no laugh at this. Do you know what I mean? Even, for example, if I do like a parody of somebody and they like that person, but they're like, I like that person, but this is funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's allowing 2 thoughts, 2 feelings to exist at once.
Aye.
One is like, I care about this, you know. Don't be a prick now. I care about them, but at the same time, like, but they do that though. You see it like You see examples of that in when people, you do see a comedian do like an observational bit, and someone in the audience goes, "That's fucking you, by the way," and they're both laughing at whatever this guy's saying.
Aye.
It's fucking Brenda and Sandra just going, "That's so fucking you,
That's fucking
Sandra."
Aye, but you're right when you're saying there's no point in wasting your time. What I'm saying is we do have a tendency, well I do and other people I know,
Oh, plenty of people
to
do that.
just immediately make a judgment on somebody, and it's see if you've got any sort of resentment, even if it's towards another comedian, like fucking that you're like, I hate him, he's shite, it's like that you realise that is internalised. Do you know what I mean? That's a manifestation of your own.
Well, it's partially your frustration of maybe not having what that comedian's having.
It's that. Yeah.
Partially it's so it's frustration of like, I've been fucking working hard and I'm not getting there.
Yeah.
Two, you might feel unjustly treated because like, I'm working just as hard and I'm doing better jokes and I'm not getting that. But then at the same time, that person, they've done the work, they were at the right place, right time, connected, done all that, and they built up that audience. Yeah. Do you want to be doing their gigs? Like, do you want to do the comedy they're doing to the audience they're doing it? No. So why are you being it? Do you know what I mean?
Totally right, aye. And yeah, definitely, man. I agree. It's completely wasted energy thinking about other people's.
I mean, but it comes from a place. It's an energy that needs to be expressed in a healthy way, and then understood and maybe redirected.
Yeah.